Right now, as you're watching this video, your body is performing a life-saving process that most people never think about. Every breath you take contains oxygen. But here's the mystery. Oxygen is floating freely in the air around you, while your cells are buried deep inside your body. So how does oxygen make that incredible journey? The answer begins the moment you inhale. As air enters your nose or mouth, it travels down a series of passageways leading into your lungs. These airways branch again and again, becoming smaller and smaller until they reach millions of tiny air sacs known as alveoli. These alveoli are the true heroes of respiration. Although each alveolus is microscopic, together they create an enormous surface area inside your lungs. In fact, if all of your alveoli were spread out flat, they would cover an area about the size of a tennis court. Surrounding every alveolus is a dense network of tiny blood vessels called capillaries. The walls separating the air from the blood are unbelievably thin, so thin that oxygen molecules can pass through them with ease. When fresh air reaches the alveoli, oxygen molecules are packed inside these tiny air sacs. At the same time, the blood arriving from the body contains very little oxygen because much of it has already been used by your cells. Nature always tries to create balance. Because oxygen is more concentrated inside the alveoli than in the blood, oxygen molecules begin moving across the thin membrane and into the bloodstream. This process is called diffusion. At the exact same moment, carbon dioxide, a waste gas produced by your cells, moves in the opposite direction. It leaves the blood, enters the alveoli, and waits to be removed when you exhale. Once oxygen enters the bloodstream, it quickly attaches itself to hemoglobin, a specialized protein found inside red blood cells. Think of hemoglobin as millions of tiny oxygen transport vehicles traveling through your circulation. These oxygen-loaded red blood cells flow from the lungs to the heart. The heart then pumps them through an incredible network of blood vessels reaching every corner of your body. Within seconds, oxygen arrives at your muscles, organs, skin, and brain. But the journey isn't over yet. The oxygen leaves the bloodstream and enters your cells, where it is delivered to structures called mitochondria. These tiny organelles act like power plants, using oxygen to help convert nutrients from food into usable energy. This energy powers every thought, every movement, every heartbeat, and every breath you take. Without a constant supply of oxygen, your cells would quickly begin to fail. That is why your lungs never stop working. Day and night, every minute of your life, millions of alveoli extract oxygen from the air, transfer it into the blood, and help deliver it to trillions of cells throughout your body. And all of it happens automatically with every single breath. The next time you inhale, remember that your lungs are doing something extraordinary, pulling oxygen from the air and transforming it into the energy that keeps you alive.